brainwashed to believe that it's okay to just be a wicked ass. Okay, to just be animalistic, it's cool. Let me go to the club, let me get drunk to oblivion. Let me go talk to some other sluts out there, right? And that's what's going on nowadays, man. You talk to these everyday John and James, they don't know anything, man. They're below the creek. They're not people of standards. Okay, and then you also got the ones about people that are they're actually indulging in this low, stifling way of lifestyle, man. No scruples, no morals, no standards whatsoever. But that's what the Western society breeds. Okay? No order. Go on.
That put darkness for light and light for darkness.
Right, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, man. People got it all twisted out here. Wait, read that.
Psalm 94 and 3. Lord, how long shall the wicked triumph? Yeah. How long shall they utter and speak hard things? And all the workers of iniquity boast themselves.
That's how it is, man. Because the reason why people choose death rather than life because of the wickedest root. Okay, that's why you got people out here, man. They so caught up in this hype, and they believe that the so-called white man, he's the epitome of God. He's the epitome of you. Okay, because that means Esau did his job then. Yeah. He played the devil, deception. And it's not just him, it's also the Hispanics. You talk, even if you go down to Brazil, you know, you'll see that Caesar piece down there, that statue down there. So they all believe in this hype that Esau is the exemplifier of righteousness, man. And they're so blinded by the fact that they don't even actually see that he's the exemplifier of the adversary, Shaitan. Go on, bro.
Isaiah got some more. You got more, yeah?
It says, verse 5, it says, they break in pieces thy people, O Lord, and afflict thine heritage.
Right, and they afflict thine heritage. They broke in pieces the nation of Israel. Okay, starting with the Native American Indians. They went over to their land, removed the old landmark, stole their land, and got them in reservations now. And then they also went to, they trot down, the land of Israel in 70 AD. Besieged our people had to run out that bad boy. Went to the other parts of Africa, and also certain parts of the Middle East and what have you, and West Africa. And you know, we've been there for 1,500 years. And guess what? They took Esau and the other nations, and them Arabs and them Hamitic people, they took us and brought us to the other world. We brought her as slaves. So that's what happened.
It says they break in pieces thy people, O Lord, and afflict thine heritage.
Right, and they afflict thine heritage, because when we go to the slave ships, what do? They beat our nationality out of us. So instead of us calling ourselves by our actual names that we were calling ourselves, you're going to be called Bobby. Alright? All you got to do is watch the film. It shows you that. Okay, your name is Toby. Your name is no longer Kente. Your name is Toby. That's what they did to the nation.
That was part of the systematic initiative.
Right, that was a part of it. And then you also had, another thing you also had was as well was what's it called? You know, you had the Willie Lynch letter.
Yeah,
1712. So that also was very instrumental in the downfall of Israel, because they know if they can maintain the downfall of Israel, and they believe that they can maintain their power.
Yeah.
That's the whole ordeal, and this is why it's not a coincidence that the so-called Negro, he's been the most severely damaged by the media, other than everybody else, because they had to work hard, man, to keep us down. They had to. I don't blame them, they had to do it, because if they didn't do it, then we would come to some sort of a rising to do the job, and that would be the end of their world.
We would have took them down, by now. We would have took them down from power.
Well, it's really not that. The Lord would have came through, because it tells you in Kings, it says, when all the Israel pray unto me, that's when I'll take you to captivity. Okay? They're going.
It's verse 6. It says they slay the widow and the stranger, and murder the fatherless.
Yeah, that's what they do. Like the cops. You go around in America and even down here as well, what are they doing? Okay, they'll deliberately come around Jake and try and cause trouble.
Yep.
Okay, and what they'll do is, like I said, the media is an instrument that they use. So if we can get these poor people to declare themselves as thugs, as criminals, now guess what? Now we have an excuse to put their ass in prison.
Yeah, to stop them and
Right. That's the excuse, because if you got a normal individual that's he's a good civilian in society, there's no reason to arrest him. There's no reason to attack him or kill him. But if we can transform him into a criminal, then we can get him.
Can I just say something? Because you made a good point. There was a story, I think it was this week or maybe last week, where somewhere in America they planted a truck full of Nike trainers in the hood, just so they could sting the Jakes.
Right.
They knew that they were stealing, so basically set them up. They do that as well. They put that TV show where they put cars in the ghetto with the keys in the hole. It's always in the ghetto with the Jakes on it.
Right.
So they're just setting them up.
And you know as well, and the brother's correct on that, because that's how you had the crack epidemic in the 80s. Okay, certain brothers remember that. You know what I mean? And it wasn't just America; it was probably in England down here as well. It was a big thing in England. This was the Reagan era. So what they did was they passed the drugs in the ghettos, all of the guns in the ghettos. Why not just so that they can incriminate Jake? So a prophecy, man. But yeah, our people still to this very day, they still want to be on the Esau's behind. But like I said, can you really get mad? No. Because the Lord got them in that stupefied state. Because guess what? These people, they gotta pay for what they did. When the Lord was on the scene 2,000 years ago, that's why Jake is going through what they're going through right now, because it all goes back to what they did back in the past. So if we're suffering because of what we did in the past, how much more the so-called white man? So all of the things that the so-called white man has ever done, if the Lord can jack up his own people like this, how much more another nation, man? And how much more the devil? Man, hey man, the Most High got something coming for you Edomites, yo. A lot of you don't understand what's coming towards you, man.
They don't. We're gonna dominate. We're gonna get Willie Lynch, man. Willie Lynch is gonna come back in reincarnation. We're gonna do it.
Yeah, we're gonna surpass Willie Lynch, by the way, because we're gonna have all of that knowledge and understanding. Willie Lynch only had a portion of understanding. We're gonna have all of that shit. So we're gonna surpass that battle. Right? We're gonna have these Edomites feel bad about themselves, man. We're gonna show them, look, man, you being leprous, a leprous dog, and having that shooting hair, you're less than a human being. Okay, in many forms of ways, that's what we're gonna do too. Okay, and they gonna know that they nothing, man. Because they got low, don't get it twisted, man. Yeah, Jake got low self-esteem, but you know what? These devils got low self-esteem too. Go on, brother.
2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Right, because and that's what's gonna happen eventually. The nations that went up against us and afflicted us, we're gonna afflict them. And that's why what's happening right now in England, you have this Brexit situation happening. And whether they come with a deal or they don't come with a deal, guess what? Britain's already fucked. Any decision that Theresa May makes during this Brexit deal, either way they're fucked, they're screwed. It's so bad now that England has to rely on America now. They have to actually rely on a country on the back of America, but guess what? The back of America is broken. The economy of America is falling in the pocket as well. Let me read this, man. I want to just read this real quick. Right, one of the brothers sent me this. I'm gonna just read this real quick. Right, it says he often discussed how the terms of Britain exit from the EU will determine the extent of the damage to the UK economy. The harder the Brexit, the bigger the cost. The same is true regarding Britain's role in the influences in the world. Because the reason why Britain became great as it is because they were all in unison with the EU, with its other EU allies. But if Britain steps out of the EU, this shit's going downhill, man. It's going downhill. And then they have to rely on America, right? Who they dominate and tell what to do, because Britain is the influence of the world, supposedly. But if the Brexit though goes accordingly, or if it doesn't go, they're screwed. Because everything's going according to prophecy. All right, it tells you that Esau will be set up for a point of time. Who's Esau? The so-called Europeans, the Romans, right? They'll be in a position of power for a certain particular point in time, and then he would go down. Give me that in Daniel's the 2nd chapter. Daniel's 2 and 42. Because we're at the end of Rome. We're at the end of this revival of ancient Rome, man. All right, this is not the everlasting kingdom that the Lord spoke about. This society ain't gonna stand forever. That's why the economy's going down. This is why people have no morals. People are very self-destructive. Okay? Come on, man. Like, really, like, I mean, people have lost their minds, man, nowadays. And you mean to tell me that this shit is gonna continue on for another 100 years? Read that, man.
Daniel chapter 2, verse 42. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay.
Yeah, read that again.
All right. Daniel chapter 2, verse 42. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron.
Right, which is talking about the EU, the makeup of Rome.
Right. And part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong.
Right.
And partly broken.
Right, so within the EU, this Romanized system, you're going to have certain countries within the EU that are going to be economically more stronger than others.
Germany.
And some more weaker. Germany, England, and France. Right, but if England departs from the EU, then it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good, but the Bible tells you that they would depart. They will be divided against each other. It tells you that. So what's your question?
So with the list here of the tribes of Israel, do the Northern Indians come into that?
No, well, it's not your people. It's the South Central American Indians of America. The Native American Indians.
Not my.
No, your people were the Persians. You know, are you familiar with the Persians? That's your people. Now, when you actually go back to the history of the Persians and the Medes, what you find out is your people were also known as the people of Elam, or Ayalam, which means he was young. Okay? But you're the Persians. Now, what's going to happen to the Elamites and all of the rest of the nations? Because of the covenant that was given to Jacob, what's going to happen to your people? Your people are going to be under us. Okay? You're going to be our slaves in the next world. All right? And not just your people, but the so-called white man, the so-called Arabs. Who else, man? Like the so-called Chinese, the Moabites, the Japanese, the Ammonites, and you also have the Hamites, which are what you call the indigenous African people today. They're going to be the slaves of the nation of Israel. Now, who are the Israelites? Right? The Israelites are what you call the so-called African Americans, or the people of West Africa. And then you also have the tribe of Benjamin, which is the so-called West Indians, and also some of them are in West Africa as well. Levi, South Central American Indian. Okay, you have to be a so-called Negro, just to keep it short. So-called Negro that was formed upon slave ships on western parts of Africa, and you have the so-called Latinos, Native American Indians, which is South Central America. Those are the people that make up Israel, make up the nation of Israel. Okay, but I will be fair. You have some of our people that look like you, okay, that may very well be Israelites. Like, are you familiar with the Dalits of India? Okay. Matter of fact, where are you from? What's your nationality?
My parents are from Punjab. Punjab?
Okay. Well, that's why I asked you, because I didn't want to be too sure, because you could have said you're from Pakistan, maybe. So I didn't want to, But the point of the matter is, you have a group of people in India, which is called the Dalits. And I like to be fair. You even got some people in Punjab that are Israelites too. Yeah. Okay. But your forefathers, it's not really about how you look. It's really all based on your seed, the seed of your father. Now, if you're an Israelite from the seed of your fathers, your forefathers, then you're under the covenant of the Abrahamic covenant. Okay, and those that are under the Abrahamic covenant, those are the people that can receive only the salvation. Okay, yeah, read that.
What's the name of your?
We're called the Israelites.
Israelites.
Other words, you could say we're the real Jews. Okay? Yes, sir. Yeah, read that.
I was going to say this, Isaiah 11 and 10, because we have some Israelites that were taken in the Arab slave trade to India, the area of Gujarat. They're called cities. And they're treated very badly, man. Very badly.
Right? Because they're under the curse of Israel.
Under the curse of Israel. So Isaiah 11 and 10. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse to stand for the ensign of the people.
Yeah, the root of Jesse is talking about the Lord, who the world called Jesus Christ. It came out of the line of Jesse, which Jesse was David's father. King David's father. Go on.
To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious.
And the Gentiles that shall seek him is other Israelites that would become Gentiles in the state of mind because if they've been scattered abroad or conquered. So they would become Gentiles in that fashion. Go on.
Yeah. Verse 11, and it came to pass in that day, the Lord will set his hand again the second time.
Right, he will set his hand the second time. Go on.
To recover a remnant of his people.
Right, he will cover a remnant of his people. Go on.
Which are left from Assyria and from Egypt.
Right.
And from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam.
Right, Cush is those Ethiopians today, those Eastern African people.
And from Elam.
And from Elam, which is those Indian people, or you could say Pakistan, because they're all brothers. Because I know that in Pakistan and Indians they don't see eye to eye, but you're still brethren because you come from the same father. You had many sons of Elam. Okay, like for example, you have. We even have amongst the 12 tribes of Israel, a lot of us are not together. Why? Because we're under the curses. Okay, so even amongst that, you have that situation.
I have to go now, but it was really nice to meet you guys.
All right.
What was your name?
We don't shake hands. We just do that. We do that.
Yeah.
We're Israelites. That's what it is. It's always like. All right, man. All right, take care.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I mean, it just goes back to the point, man. And he came genuine, he came decent, he wasn't disrespectful. But I have to use this man as an example. He looked no different from the woman he had in his house. She's a woman and he looks like a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, long hair, innit?
So that's what I'm saying. People look
the body shape.
He size of his fucking thighs, man.
Yeah,
he had bigger thighs than his woman.
If he went to prison, it'll be a rap film.
Hey, cut the film.
It'll be a rap film. If he went to jail. Imagine if he killed somebody by accident.
But the main point is,
He would survive. Let's just say that.
the main point
He'd
is,
be a different man, man, if he came out. if he even was about this.
Stevens, they need to be ruled over, man. They don't know what to do with themselves, man.
He was going to say something.
No, but I mean, at least these heathens, other than the Edomites, they're still going to get something. They're still going to be able to continue on.
Yeah.
These Edomites are finished, man.
Yeah, they're through, man.
It's over for them.
Yeah.
Because once this Brexit deal goes accordingly, this shit's going down, man. This society ain't coming back up no more.
There's a reason why they're gonna get wiped out, man.
Yeah,
There's something wrong with the Edomites. They're a defect. That's why they're gonna be wiped out.
Yeah, they are defect.
The other nations, they're gonna live, but the Edomites are gonna be exterminated because the Most High created them for a purpose, and their purpose is done. They did what they themselves to do.
Fantastic.
And now it's done. It's bad. And now it's time to they're going to be punished, obviously, slavery, and then they're going to be removed from existence.
That's it. Because they've already fulfilled their deal. Their deal was to be the wicked, to be the devil, to cause all of this confusion on the earth. Got men dressing like women also, right? So he's already did his thing already. So now that he's already did his thing, or they have already done their thing, now it's just time for them to get them out of the way. All right? Get them out of the way and let the righteous men, the just men, reign in power. All right? And that's us, the good guys. Need that.
Right, Ezekiel 35, it says, moreover the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it.
That's what we're doing right now. Every time you come out here and set up a camp, automatically, that's a given. You prophesying against the downfall of the so-called white man and his entire system, his empire altogether. That's what we're doing. Because what's the teaching? What's the doctrine? The doctrine's a part of knowing and acknowledging that America is going to be destroyed and teaching so. That's the part of the doctrine, man. Okay, and the reason why we chant that thing, because it's written in the scriptures, and this society got to go anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, this society breeds confusion and it breeds death, man. That's all it does. So it's got to be destroyed, man. It has to be destroyed. Okay, the so-called white man got to be taken out of power. He has to be destroyed. Because if he's not destroyed, he's going to destroy himself. Even by him being in power, he's going to be able to destroy his damn self, man. So just for the sake of him maintaining his life on the earth, he has to come out of power. And he has to be destroyed, man. Go on, you haven't had a scripture yet.
It says, verse 3, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. Right. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh.
Right, he will be made desolate, and that's when it's going to be known that it's the Lord.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
Right, so all of that is going to be repaid. All of the atrocities that the so-called white man has ever done, it has to be repaid, man. That's this nation. There's no getting away from that, man. Whatever a man saw, that should he also reap, man. Okay, there's no such thing as, oh, you got to forget about the past. Because guess what? The Lord ain't forgot about the past. How about that? So this is a thing that all of mankind has to consider, man, is that the Lord is watching every move. And also got all of your moves that you've made and done recorded.
Yep.
So that when the time comes and you're put to death and you go before the Father,